Peace to the world. We are in the new Black Wall Street. Yes, I said new Black Wall Street inside of Star Status, which is a store that represents athletics and inner me.
Welcome to Star Status store. It is the home of inner me and athletics. Inner me is all about crystals, crystal jewelry. We customize the jewelry in the store if you want us to. We have bracelets, earrings, necklaces, and then with athletics, we have the world's first conscious sportswear brand.
Created sports logos and put it on sports apparel. So you can see right here, we have Mansa Musa on the basketball shorts. We also have the ancient Egyptian Kemetic Herus on football jersey, tackle twill, captain's tag, heavyweight mesh, all quality material, authentic sports apparel. And y'all come see us at the new Black Wall Street Star Status store on Choctaw Street. Peace.
Happy hour and dinner. 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. we are open for business.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. That's J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a real floater, I do what I wanna. Stack in the winter, sunbathe in the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope with your knowledge, a nigga is Paulo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Game in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
Started in Richmond, art in my district. Heart of the mystics, started for biscuits. Father the isfits, martyr the misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with State Street, art of the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for tech, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, I stay in the park. Acres on acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, okay.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That right there, family, is the Facts Anthem. All right. Shout out to Survey. Shout out to Source Guard. Shout out to Blue Pillar. Shout out to everybody involved in that monumental song right there. That right there is a motherfucking banger. All right. Make sure y'all visit themart125th.com. Themart125th.com. That is our new online super mall. Go and check us out. Get that drip, you know what I mean? Different name brands, different designers and whatnot, all conscious lifestyle. So check us out. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome to another episode of Third Eye Thursday. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your brother Red Pillar. I'm reporting live and direct. We in the building. Shout out to everybody in here. What's popping? Let's go ahead and let's do the roll call, and then we'll get into the festivities for the nights. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Peace to the chat. Yes, peace to the chat. Where are we tapping in from? We're going to do roll call. Let's see where y'all broadcasting from. The mountains, huh? Okay. That's what I'm talking about. We got Nevada in the building. Shout out to Henderson, Nevada. Oh, Is that near Las Vegas by any chance? Colorado Springs. Houston in the building. Barbados in the building. Rome in the building. Naptown in the building. Yes, sir. All right. North Kakalaka in the building. Belize in the building. Dallas Fort Worth is in the building. Big ups from the NO. Salute to the NO. The NO is in the building. Fulton County is in the building. Norfolk is in the building. Shout out to Norfolk. All right. Salute to Norfolk. Long day. Maryland, Honolulu, Black Mountain, Cincinnati, St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Shout out to St. Croix in the building. I see you. M5, stay alive. West Los Angeles. Shout out to Los Angeles, LA. Haiti in the building, Sapase. All right, Mabule. Let's see you. Cleveland, Mount Vernon. Shout out to Oregon. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Brooklyn. All right. Thanksgiving. Let's see you, Brooklyn. Newport News. They used to call that bad news back in the days. Do they still call Newport bad news? Or did they get their shit together? Rocky Mountain. Okay, I see you, Rocky Mountain. Hey, strutting peacock, how you doing? What's happening? Okay. It's past my bedtime. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing an ultra late show. I just came from the Wu-Tang and Nas. They had a concert. Shout out to the Wu-Tang. Shout out to the Wu. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. Savannah in the building. What's happening, Savannah? Louisville. Did I pronounce it correctly? Louisville. What's happening, Louisville? New Orleans up in this thing. All right. Seattle in the building. Yeah, so I'm just coming from seeing two legends performing and whatnot. I was out there promoting. Yeah, I know about the Royal Chamber. We got flyers on deck now. Yeah, so I was out there banging out flyers, going hand in hand and whatnot. You feel me? And it was a beautiful thing. People was like, "You look like somebody I know on the internet named Red Pill." I'm like, "Nigga, it is Red Pill. What are you talking about?" It was like, "Brother Red Pill? Oh my goodness. You're out here handing out the flyers. I mean, I would think you have somebody else doing that." Nah, I'm gonna do that. I want to see you motherfuckers face to face. Like, I want y'all to see me. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't Hollywood. I'm gonna be right there, handing out flyers, letting y'all know we got a lounge and everything. And I must have got spotted. It was a beautiful thing. Like, it was a great exchange because when people see, you know, people acknowledge the fact that, you know, hey, Brother Red, you know what I'm saying? We had a lot of you know, I had a lot of sightings and whatnot. I took a lot of pictures and shit. And I talked to a lot of people. You feel me? Pontiac was good, Pontiac. You know what I mean? South Carolina was happening. You know. So it was a good thing. I just cut a long story, make that shit as short as possible. It's always a good thing seeing the people and whatnot. And it was definitely a good time that I had out there, you know, at the Wu-Tang concert with brother Busta Rhymes and Nas. So yeah. Oh, I'm tired though. You know what I mean? But we in the building. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in. You know, salute to everybody in the building. I hope everyone's since we linked up on Monday, it's been a few days since then. I hope everybody has had some monumental, magnificent, blacktastic days and whatnot. And we here, you know what I mean? TGIF, you know what I'm talking about? When you wake up, it'll be Friday, and it's only one more day until the strong end. And, you know, you get to relax or you get to hustle harder. You get to go on that date, you know what I mean? You get to go see that movie. Whatever you got planned for Saturday and Sunday, it's right around the corner. So, you know, count your hours and whatnot. It'll be there before you know it. You dig? A few announcements before we get into the festivities. A few announcements. First and foremost, like I said, we have, let me play this real quick.
Bennett Street, Buckhead, at the second.
This is for the Royal Lounge. This is for anybody in Atlanta. You are cordially invited to come and tap in to the Royal Lounge. All right? I mean the Royal Chamber, I'm sorry, which is our social lounge in Buckhead.
Facts, 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 facts.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes.
To the beautiful people of Atlanta and all surrounding areas, we are proud to present the Royal Chamber at the second floor, 49 Bennett Street, Buckhead. This is a social club where the Royals come to get spoiled. We are open weekdays, 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. We offer vegan food, CBD hookah, non-alcoholic beverages that are CBD infused. We are 420 friendly and much, much more. Entry is free for all during the week, unless special events or private events are occurring. Come and network, come and have lunch, happy hour, and dinner. 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. we are open for business. 49 Bennett Street, Buckhead, at the second floor, the Royal Chamber. Peace.
Facts, 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 facts.
Sir. A single. You know that's gonna be a single. That's the anthem right there. You know what I'm talking about? That's the anthem. That shit is about to, the video will be out by the end of this month. Everywhere that we go when we do the Facts Initiative, because we are on tour, you will hear that song. We're gonna make that a whole movement right there. You know what I'm talking about? But anytime close to Black Ink, yeah, Black Ink is on the 3rd floor. We on the 2nd floor. So we in the same building as Black Ink. So anytime you find yourself in Atlanta or the A, you feel me? Make sure y'all pull up and come and party with us. Come and socialize with us. Come and eat and drink with us. Come and smoke some hookah or a joint. You know what I mean? Because we are 420 friendly. You're allowed to puff and pass inside the spot. Even though when you come in there, it's not like it's all smoky and shit. You know, we got ventilation. You know what I'm talking about? But we want people to really just come to relax and then, you know, offset whatever your day was. Like, come and enjoy yourself. Come listen to some music. You know what I mean? Come and chop it up with some people that you may be familiar with. You know, come and take some pictures, you know what I mean, with your homegirls. You know, come and drink some infused drinks. Now, let me share something with you about infused drinks. If you drink an infused drink, this is coming from experience. Don't mix that shit with no alcohol. Don't play yourself. This is just an FYI. Word to the wise. If you drink infused drinks, which is non-alcoholic, don't turn around and just start drinking some fucking Hennessy, my nigga. You're gonna see the repercussions of that. I would just leave it at that. If you're gonna drink an infused drink, which has CBD in it. Some of them have THC in it. Don't mix it with alcohol. I beg you. You know what I mean? It's not going to end up well. You know, you could fuck around and black out. You know what I'm saying? So be very cautious about that. But yeah, you know that this is what we'll be doing. We have a lounge in Atlanta. It's open 5 p.m. to midnight. It's in Buckhead. You know what I mean? You got to be mindful of the parking though, because where our spot is at, there's a spot called Zari's, which is a African run hookah bar. It's a lot. The parking is out. Is kind of out there. That's why we open it early. The parking gets crazy around 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? The parking gets crazy around 10 o'clock. So it's open from 5 to midnight. Get there around 7 or 8 or after work, after hours type shit. You'll be good. Just park close to the club. You know what I mean? But after that, that shit turns into a zoo. You know what I mean? And they charge a lot for parking. So don't get caught out there. Infused drinks hit like that. Well, to be honest, what I'm saying is the infused drinks don't hit like that. The infused drinks is going to have you nice. But if you mix alcohol with CBD infused drinks, it can have an adverse effect. All I'm saying is, if you're going to stick to the infused, stick to the infused. Don't mix it up, right? You're going to feel nice, but you'll be able to drive. You'll be able to function. You don't be sloppy drunk. That's something that I don't like seeing. I got people that's close to me that be sloppy drunk. You feel me? And I don't like how that shit. I abhor drunkenness. You feel me? Like, I'm not going to sit here like I don't take a sip here and there, or you won't see a nigga popping a bottle. You know what I mean? Like, I'll knock it down. If I go to eat some tacos and whatnot, and they bring out some Quesamigos, I'll probably take a shot. But you're not gonna see me sloppy drunk in the building. Not at my age. You're not gonna see me sitting around in the fucking house, sloppy drunk, slurring my words and just being all irresponsible. That's just something that I don't like, bro. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm not judging. If there's people out there that get sloppy drunk, I'm not judging you, but I'm letting you know from a perspective of somebody, a fly on the wall. That shit ain't sexy. You know what I'm talking about? That's not cool. Shit, it ain't sexy at all. Be very mindful of your surroundings. Motherfuckers will take advantage of you like this. You know what I mean? You're a mark when you're sitting around sloppy drunk. So keep that in mind. Smoke you some fucking marijuana or something. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Smoke get on the hookah. You know what I mean? Shit, pop a pill if you need to feel fucked up. Just don't be drinking a whole bottle of some alcohol, because we know how that shit ends up. It's not cool. If you need intervention, talk to me. But we say no to that. We don't, we ain't doing that. We're not doing that. And I don't even mean to sound, because somebody might hear that shit and be like, damn, this nigga's talking to me. Like, I don't even mean to sound like that. I just feel propelled to just share that. You know what I mean? I feel like being responsible right now. So I'm going to just share that, We just have to be, and I'm sharing that out of love. We have to be responsible towards each other, you know what I mean? Before it gets to a place where we can't even help each other. So, you dig? I'm just saying. You would be surprised how many people, when they hear that it's a non-alcoholic lounge, they're like, oh shit, word? That's interesting. I never, I need to try that out. People don't want to be in a club and you feel unsafe because it's a bunch of drunk niggas in there and they fighting or they basing. You feel me? Or they acting like they want to fight somebody. They want to be all you. Nah, you and you niggas don't want to get pushed up on by no woman that smells like a fucking Hennessy bottle. Like, that shit is not cute. You know what I'm talking about? Like, nah, fam. We ain't doing that. We cutting certain things out in the 9-9 moving forward. Like, we not doing that. You know what I mean? Drunk after 40. Yeah, that ain't it, y'all. That ain't it. When I was in my 20s, I used to get shit-faced in the club. I ain't gonna lie. I was a promoter. I used to get told back, my nigga. You know what I'm talking? Yeah, anything is possible. I used to get told down. I'm not gonna lie to you. You feel me? I was, I couldn't go into the club without getting a drink. That's the kind of that's the kind of drinker I was. I worked at the club. I was a promoter, right? But the minute I worked at Club Cheetahs. Anybody in New York, y'all probably familiar with Cheetahs. The minute I walk in the club, I'm like, I need a drink. This shit is lit. You know what I'm talking about? Like, everybody's drunk up in this bitch. I feel out of place. So I used to have to get a drink to kind of like settle to feel my anxiety. I had to settle my anxiety. I had to get a little tipsy and whatnot because I needed to be like everybody else. Right. And as I matured and got older, I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to be like everybody else. I want to be like me. Right. But I went into what is considered a knuckle dragger club recently, maybe like 6 months ago. I went into a straight up, I think I was with, no, yeah, I was with my homegirl. She was going to see some R&B niggas. And I came in and I had to meet her in the club. And I promise you, I felt like a fish out of water. Like, I did not feel comfortable inside of that club because the frequency was completely off. Niggas looked like they was on crack, first of all. They was acting like they was on some other, they was probably on fentanyl or something. It just felt weird in there. You know what I'm talking about? The aesthetics and everything. It just felt weird. Cause I'm like, is that a man on top of a man? Oh my goodness, what are we doing in Atlanta? Like, it just was different in there. It looked like a bad BET video. And the frequency, it was just off. And I was like, I found myself going to the bar. And then I was like, no, fuck that. I'm not going to the bar because what I'm not finna do is I'm not finna get on these motherfuckers' level. Right? In order to get on their level, I had to dumb myself down. I had to turn myself down because they was looking at me. I'm all ho-tepped out and everything. I got the jewelry. They like, well, what is this? Who is this nigga? Is this a drummer? Like, is this nigga the musical fucking the special guest or something? And I just was like, I'm not doing this. So when I went in there and I felt like that, I was like, nigga, I need an alternative because what I'm not about to do, right? I'm not about to be in Atlanta as a grown man and not have nowhere to go. I'm not gonna be going inside the house at 8 o'clock like I'm some old fucking fogey and whatnot. I'm not about to be running in the crib the minute it gets dark in Atlanta like I'm scared of the moon. So I had a few meetings. I talked to a few people, and we were like, fuck that. We're gonna do our own shit, but we're gonna do it differently. And voila, here you have the royal chamber, right? Right? And ooh, we got Throat Chakra Thursdays. That's the poetry night. And that starts next Thursday, right? For all of my throat chakra, all of my people who are nice with the poetry. You want some erotic poetry? You want to spit some bars? Some shit went down that you feel like you want to express yourself? You've been working on your masterpiece for 18 years and you want to finally get on stage and talk about it? Yeah, my nigga, Throat Chakra Thursdays. Get your throat chakra right. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Look at her throat chakra. And we have a brother by the name of Kamal Speaks. He's a poet. He'll be hosting, right? He'll be hosting. So pull up. Pull up. That shit is going to be lit. Now, here's a disclaimer. if you want to turn up, because the Royal Chamber is from 5 to midnight, right? But from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. is some other shit going down. You know what I'm talking about? If you want to turn up with the knuckle draggers, if you want to turn up with the ratchetness, then pull up, my niggas. I dare you. You know what I'm talking about? But you know, the what me and Blue got going on, we're gonna be running a tight ship, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be encouraging our brothers and sisters in the ATL who live out here, who've come out here, you know what I mean, to come outside. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a motherfucking a hermit. You don't have to hide inside of your house. You don't have to become a recluse. You feel me? You don't have to hide at night, you know what I mean, and just come out in the daytime like you know what I mean, like Blade. No, my niggas, come outside. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy life. You got friends in town. You got family in town. You might want to go on a date, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You might have been on Tinder and you swipe to the left. Yeah, pull up. Bring your date out. You know what I mean? Show her a good time. The food is banging. Pope Pablo, aka Chef Pablo, he's doing his motherfucking thing. The drinks are banging. The music is banging. Hey, you know, sometimes. The music is banging. The hookah, we don't have tobacco hookahs. We don't fuck with that because that's not good for your lungs. We have CBD hookahs, so you can flood your lungs with some CBD and get to your healing. And it's 420 friendly. You can roll up, just don't smoke no crack. You know what I mean? 420. Only don't we don't want no lace blunts either. We're not doing the dirty blunts, nigga. This is not Miami with Trick Daddy in them. Smoke some weed, my niggas, please, or some fucking some hemp, some Delta 8. That's the only things that we smoking there. No tobacco. Don't light up no Newport, my nigga. Delta 8 or some THC, and you call it a day. You know what I mean? Nobody will get hurt. If you niggas try to light anything else up, you're getting 86. We're gonna fold you up like a pretzel and get you up out of there. I remember when I was in Miami, I used to live in Miami. There was a club called Opium, right? Y'all familiar with that? Anybody live in Miami, you know what Opium is. I'm in there, boom, we in VIP. We chilling, do. Trick Daddy and these niggas is over to the left, right? Trick Daddy and them is over to the left. I'm like, you know, I already peeped the dustiness, you know what I'm saying, from afar. It just was like a dust cloud over there. And I was like, what's going on? So, make a long story short, after like 30 minutes and whatnot, you know, niggas is smoking, you know, the smoke is lingering in the VIP section. And it's like, you remember the cartoons where the smoke would go up, it would be like Pepe Le Pew, and then you would see the smoke, it'd be traveling and then it'd go up your nose. I'm chilling and shit. The smoke just come and the shit hit my nose, and I'm like, nigga, that is not. They used to smoke something called Crippy back then. They called it the weed called Crippy. I'm like, that's not the Crippy, my nigga. Fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we smoking? What's going on? These niggas was smoking some. This shit smell like bad roses. It smelled like hot shit, bro. It smells so bad. Come to find out, I talked to my nigga Big Teach. I'm like, Teach, what the fuck is that? He's like, nah, chill. The niggas is smoking dirty. I'm like, what's dirty? He's like, nigga, dirty. I'm like, what the fuck is a dirty? He's like, them niggas is smoking cocaine. I'm like, fam, what? He's like, yeah, they smoke the coke. They smoke the weed with the coke. I'm like, nigga, what is this, Wu-Tang? What, we in a Wu-Tang video? What? I thought what the fuck? They still do that? He was like, yeah, bro, just chill. Don't say nothing because them niggas is some killers. I was like, I ain't gonna say a word. Get me the fuck out of VIP though. How about that? Sit me with the regular people, my nigga. This is not a very important. This don't feel right. Nigga, they violating the section. Yeah, they call it that bulk. You know what I mean? the woolies and whatnot. You know what I mean? I see that there's names. That's why, y'all come from different places and regions and whatnot. They got different names for that shit. But, man, what's up with the Aleister Crowley shirt? Why y'all be so triggered off of shit that y'all see? You know what I'm saying? This is Aleister Whoopi, nigga. What are you talking about? Aleister Crowley. Y'all get so triggered, bro. Y'all need to start doing your fucking research, man. Stop being so emotional about shit you see on the internet. How about that? How about just enjoy the show? What the fuck would I be wearing an Aleister Crowley shirt for, bro? Like, think about that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's late at night. Are you on the fucking Wooly, my nigga? You smoking the dirty? God damn. Yeah, they was definitely tweaking, bro. They was tweaking the fuck out of. I was like, oh no. And it shit smell horrible. I'm like, what do you get out of that? This is before his face looked like that. This is before Love and Hip Hop. Then I see him on Love and Hip Hop. I'm like, it figures. That shit got you looking horrible, homie. It got you looking bad in the hood. Like, that's not it. That ain't it, bro. That ain't it. I don't want to break the bad news to you, Trick Daddy, but that ain't it, bro. That's probably why you ain't making songs anymore, my nigga. Like, get off the woolies. That is not it. I lost a lot of respect that night. You feel me? Not to say I had a whole lot of respect for the homie, but I'm like, nah, what are we doing? What the fuck is going on in Miami? Like, And then they had the nerve to be pressing up on shorties. I'm like, y'all smoke cocaine too? What the fuck is going on out here? Yeah, a nigga could never pass me the blunt after that in Miami. I had to roll my own shit. I think I stopped smoking weed that night for about a whole year. I'm like, I can't trust this shit. I don't know what's going on. This shit had me fucked up. But apparently they like, that's the culture. They've been doing that. That's what the gangsters smoke. I'm like, well, I don't never want to be a gangster because this shit is crazy. That turns into crack. Nigga, that's how the OGs, when I was coming up, that's the people that we looked up to. That's how they got caught out there. They was smoking woolies. And woolies turned into motherfucking crack pipes. You did. Was popping at the spot for the birthday turn up. Oh man, you already know. Shout out to my, what is it? What is it? Libra season now with the scales? My dad is a Libra, so shout out to the Libras. I'm not gonna shit on y'all. Yeah, I'll be holding it down before we come and wreck shit. So shout out to the Libras. Shout out to the Libras, But yeah, Scorpio season is right around the corner. You feel me? And yes, we will be standing on sofas acting a motherfucking fool. You know what I'm saying? Very, very soon. Just, mark your days off the calendar. It's coming soon. We will be having a Scorpio celebration. This is what I would like to do as well. I'm trying to pick the night. I don't know if it's going to be it's not a Friday, because Friday we got Future Fridays. That's when we play ratchet music. On Fridays, it's called Future Fridays, right? So we turn up on Fridays, just letting you know, all right? Don't judge me. But there's going to be a night where I'm just going to play music from whatever zodiac sign is in at the moment. So last week we was playing Virgos. We was playing Nas, Ludacris. Who else is a Virgo? We was playing Nas. We was playing It's a lot of Virgos too, musician-wise, but they not that hot though. Nas might be the hottest out of them. Don't judge, whatever. Then we're gonna be playing Libras. I don't even know who the fucking. I know Lil Wayne might be one, but I don't know too many Libra artists. I'll find out when I do the research. And then of course, we're gonna be doing Scorpio. You feels me? You smells me? Yeah, MJ. MJ, right? MJ Virgo. Right. And B, you know what I mean? I was just doing rappers. I was just doing rappers. I wasn't doing R&B and shit like that. I was doing Cardi B is a Virgo. No, Cardi B is a Libra, right? She's not a Virgo. So that Virgo night was lit. The Virgo night was lit. I had that shit popping. Hold on, let me show you my playlist. The Virgo night was on. It was about something. Scorpio, I did that before in New York. We had a Halloween party, and I played the for the Halloween party. I played all Scorpions. That's Fabulous. That's Future. That's Drake. Yeah, that shit was stupid. There's gonna be a night where I'm playing all dead rappers too. There's gonna be a night where I'm playing all dead rappers, right? That's gonna be lit too. You know what I mean? Because their music hits differently. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start that shit off with 100 shots from motherfucking Dolph. That's how I'm gonna set it off. I'm gonna set it off with 100 shots. Easy E is a Virgo. Did y'all niggas know that? The boys in the hood is always hard. Ludacris, Playboy Cardi. It's Cardi. 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. Big Daddy Kane. I think Moneybagg Yo. Rod Wave. Foxy Brown. These Case. No, Foxy Brown. Sheck West. Nas. Wiz Khalifa. You know what I'm saying? That's the playlist. I had the playlist. It was lit. Playlist is kind of lit. This is Future Friday playlist. All Future. You know what I'm saying? All of the Future shit. But, see? Future Fridays. Right? But I'm gonna, Drake is a Scorpio. Dougie Fresh is what, a Virgo? Joe Budden. Barry White. Dougie Fresh is a Virgo. Speaking of Future, so he's smashing Obama's kid? What are you talking about? Don't say that. What do you mean? He's with Malia? That's crazy. Don't let me start Googling shit. I ain't into the gossip shit. Don't let me start Googling and find that out. But the playing the artists on the month of their birthday, the artist playlist for that shit is fire. You know what I mean? So if y'all got any birthdays and y'all want to turn up for this month going into Scorpio, just hit me up. Just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up and we could see what we could do. You feel me? Fire vibes, Wagwan. You a Richie Moon? Shout out to Richie. Shout out to Fire. Fire, I'm gonna need you to come and spin one night, man. We're gonna set up a special night. I just don't want you to show up. I want to do a special night. A fire vibe. We're gonna do a sound clash. All right, let's do a sound clash or something. Let's do a themed party. So you coming all the way from Miami. I want to make it right for you. And I want you to come in and shut the club down. I want you to come in and shut that shit down. Yeah, happy belated birthday for everybody's whose B-Day and whatnot just passed. You feel me? Yeah, Stevie J is a Scorpion. You should have known that from the gate, the way this nigga be moving with the sleazy crew. Stevie J is a Scorpion. You dig? Yes, he is. He's a Scorpio to the motherfucking bone. That piece of work right there. Slim Thug is a Virgo. Oh, is he? I think that one missed me. I didn't catch that one. I would have played that tipping on 4/4s. Jocelyn is a Scorpio too. Wait a minute. Stevie J, you mean to tell me that we was watching two Scorpios on reality television all that time? No wonder my Mondays was fucked up. That was two Scorpios? Oh, Lord. No wonder they was going at it like that. They not supposed to be together? Nigga, that's nuclear. Two Scorpios coming together. That's a fucking problem right there. That's a nigga, that's a war waiting to happen. Yes, Beyonce is a Virgo. She's born on my daughter's birthday. Did I talk about DJ Academics and LL Cool J? No, let's get into it. So earlier this week, DJ Academics, right? Let me get on my Tyreek Nasheed shit. Who is a teether, right? First, he's non-FBA, right? For anybody that's out there that's not familiar with DJ Academics, he's a hip hop commentator who is one of the most, one of the more popular bloggers that are out there in hip hop. He's in the same category of the Vlads, Adam 22s, and things like that. And yeah, Eve is a Scorpio. It's a lot of Scorpios, but we'll get to that in a minute. Oh damn, Eve was with Eve was with Stevie J. He is a fucking savage. When is Faith born, my nigga? When was her birthday? If she's a Taurus, I'm just gonna shut the show down and go to sleep. This nigga is really a savage. He was with Eve. I remember when he was with Eve. This was like 19, because I was modeling around that time. And we did a fashion show together for Hilfiger, right? And this nigga was a savage. He came out carrying her with no shirt on. He's an attention whore. But damn, he didn't learn his lesson, so he went and fucked with another Scorpio and got burnt. Okay. All right, Stevie. August Alcina's a Virgo. Well, he got his ass whooped, so that, he should have powered up for his birthday. Yeah, Scarface is a Scorpio. E40 is a Scorpio. You want to run down a Scorpio line? It's a few of them out there. Scarface, E40, Future. Well, Future's on the cusp. He's on the cusp of Sag and Scorpio. Drake, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, whatever you want to call him, Brother Love. OJ the Juice Man and Pastor. I did not know that. Willie D is a Scorpio too. So the Ghetto Boys had two Scorpios. Is Bushwick Bill also a Scorpio? Let me find out. All of them niggas was on their dark shit. Let me find out. Lord Jamal's a Virgo. So what was we talking about? Oh, DJ Academics. So DJ Academics is Jamaican, right? But he's first generation. So he does what he does. He's a commentator. That's a better word. He's a commentator. And he's made a lot of money, right? Doing commentations or doing his commentator work. He went on his podcast, whether he was on Twitch, he was on the internet. That's all I know. And he was talking about this conversation that they're having about the FBA's involvement in hip hop, right? Foundational Black Americans. Yes, Boozy is born on my birthday, November the 14th. Boozy is born on my actual birthday. That's my Dark Hermit twin. He's my birthday twin, but he's the Dark Hermit version to us. That's Boozy Badass. Yes, November the 14th. That's me and him got to meet one day so I could tell him about, how I feel about the brother. But I understand every single thing that Boosie does. I understand everything that he's about because, like I said, Prince King Charles from over across the pond, he's born on my birthday, November 14th. He's a Scorpion King, right? The dude that's gonna be on the money, the dude that's running the whole game right now. You know what I mean? Took over for Queen Elizabeth, a lizard bitch. Yeah, he's a Scorpio as well. He's born on my birthday. Scorpios and Aquarius are good together. Okay. I don't think I've ever met the two combination, but I'll look into that. But anyway, so DJ Academics has made millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, right? He's found a way to finagle things, stay relevant, and he's been, I think he's in his feelings because the argument taking place right now in Twitter Spaces, on the internet, and it's like a hot topic. It's about who created hip hop, who was there in the beginning. Were Hispanic people responsible? Do they get credit, right? Quote unquote Puerto Ricans, not Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, because in New York we have Puerto Ricans. Before the Dominicans got there, in the 70s and shit like that, the dominant Spanish population were Puerto Ricans. You know what I mean? It wasn't no Cubans. I don't want to use the fucking terminology Latinx. I don't even know what that means. I don't even want to say Hispanics. Puerto Ricans, or they call Puerto Ricans, right? And I'm born in the Bronx, so Puerto Ricans were running through the Bronx, super heavy, like how Mexicans run through LA. You know what I mean? They were in the gangs, right? They had a lot of gangs. If you watch Gangs of New York, the Black Spades, the Zulu Nation, a lot of the gangs and whatnot, they had Puerto Rican members, and I don't know, maybe they were against them. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure because I was born in the 70s, but I wasn't in the fucking gang in the 70s. So I don't know. Yeah, pray for Puerto Rico too while we're at it. You know what I mean? They are going through the aftermath of a very deadly storm and whatnot. And when we visited Puerto Rico in 2020, I saw the remnants of the storm that visited them before. I think it was Ida. So they were still recovering from that. 2 years later, they got this thing that hit them. So pray for Puerto Rico. Anyway. Busta Rhymes, who I saw tonight performing, right? He said that Black Americans don't have a culture. I don't even know what context he was using that in, but whatever. You know what I mean? It seems that people are, kind of like shooting below the belt, maybe. You know what I mean? Because shit is not necessarily the argument is not going in their favor about them having their fingerprints all over our culture, right? So Academics, I think he was in his feelings and he got on the internet and started talking out the side of his neck. And he was like, yo, the pioneers of hip hop are dusty and broke, right? And it struck a chord with a lot of people who quickly pointed out to DJ Academics, and to be honest, to be specific, LL Cool J, right? A pioneer who is very wealthy, right? I think that I could easily say that he's beyond rich at this point, right? Based off of the amount of bags that are available in hip hop, based off of the amount of money or the doors that have been opened up and whatnot, we could easily say that LL Cool J has walked through many of those doors and he has benefited off of the hard work that the pioneers of hip hop did, the heavy lifting, right? So LL Cool J had to point out to DJ Academics that in the beginning, right? In the beginning of the culture, or in the inception of the culture, what we know now as hip hop, and it's not rap music. Hip hop is 5 pillars of hip hop. There's DJing, there's breakdancing, there's graffiti, right, which is equal to art. There's MCing, which is the master of ceremony, and then there's consciousness or wisdom or building and whatnot. That's what we do. That's what you see us doing with the lectures, the outside, all of that shit. That's hip hop, right? So he said that the pioneers are dusty. LL Cool J came and said, look, young man, these same people that you calling dusty, when they first started out, they didn't have managers. They didn't have 5-year business plans. They didn't even know that hip hop was going to be taken over the world the way that it has taken over the world. The record labels did not believe in hip hop. Our parents did not believe in hip hop. The banks did not believe in hip hop. Wherever the money was at, they didn't believe in hip hop. They were shitting on hip hop. They were giving it a death sentence. They were saying that it was not going to survive going into, it wasn't going to pass the 5-year mark, right? For the simple fact that hip hop has passed the 40-year mark, it's a bittersweet celebration, right? Because yes, it is apparent and is something that you can't avoid when you look and you see that the pioneers did not reap the benefits of something that they created. Now, what DJ Academic said, and the way that he said it, because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Yeah, we could say, yo, you was wrong for that, and you foul, and you're not even built like that. And to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you standing on the tombstones and the shoulders of generations of people who have mad talent, and you don't really have no talent, right? So you really, you know what I mean? Like, you getting by, little nigga. You know what I'm saying? You should motherfucking be grateful. You should adopt a nigga. You should adopt one of the pioneers. You know what I mean? Like, you should adopt these niggas and take care of them. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you should pay taxes. You know, you should pay homage in the form of some motherfucking taxes just because you are where you are. That part. Because if this shit was running like the mafia, or if this shit was running organized, or if this thing was running like a union, or if this thing was running where the elders were really held to a high regards, all of the young niggas would have to pay a certain type of tax just to rock. You understand? Just to rock. The same way that if you get into a lodge or a union or anywhere where there's hierarchy and there's seniority, you know, you got to pay homage. But anyway, that statement that he made rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but is he 100% wrong? Is he 100% wrong? And to be honest with you, I don't even want to debate if he's wrong or not. What I want to say is this: the simple fact that a person who lives in his mother's basement, DJ Academics, right, a Poindexter, he considers himself a citizen. He's a square. This out of his mouth. He's not a gangster. He's a square. He's soft. He works. He'll run to the police. He's a citizen, right? And he gets to report about all of the negative things that are going on. He gets to highlight all of the murders. You know, he started out with the war in Chirac. You know, he's one of those commentators that act like they're against something, but they're secret. They're not against it. So if let's say that if a rapper dies or if a rapper gets locked up, he'll play like he's objective, but low key, nigga, last week you was just promoting the same artist. Fuck is you talking about? And you was dick riding. You know what I mean? He throws rocks and he hides his hands. He just don't stand on his shit. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those people. Like he'll throw you under the bus if you get jammed up. But he was just playing your music. He was just promoting you a week before. So as long as everything is going good, he's gonna be bandwagon. He's gonna be D-riding. As soon as something goes wrong, he's gonna be like, oh my goodness, it's DJ Academics. Man, oh man, whoa, look at what happened over. You know what I mean? He'll just start playing that role, whatever. LL Cool J brought up a good point about the pioneers not being business savvy, right? When they first started out, right? Now, whose fault is that? And as a result of them not being business savvy, right? And now this has become a very lucrative business, but these pioneers' fingerprints are all over this quote unquote genre of music, right? Meaning that if not for the breakdancers, if not for Grandmaster Theodore, if not for Grandmaster Flash, if not for Kool Herc, if not for Africa Bambaata's record collection, if not for the quote unquote parties that these men threw, if not for them going downtown and playing in these weird ass, highly suspect parties with Andy Warhol and the rest of the Broken Wrist Coalition and what, if not for that, if not for all of the heavy lifting that these quote unquote elders have done, where would the culture be right now? Would these niggas even be eating the way that they're eating? And hell no, they wouldn't be. They would be flipping fries at McDonald's. DJ Academics, he would be a RN with the rest of the Jamaicans. He wouldn't be doing what he's doing. So to say what he said is very disheartening. However, the question has to be asked: who dropped the ball? Right? Because you can't put it on DJ Academics. His generation comes, he's like 7th generation. There was so many generations. Jay-Z's generation, right, comes after the OGs, right? There's multiple generations that come before the DJ Academics, these young niggas who are super ignorant, but their ignorance stems from the fact that they could look around, they could smell disrespect. They know when niggas don't disrespect their elders. He doesn't feel like he has to respect the pioneers because he's like, Puff Daddy and them niggas don't respect them. Fuck is you saying? Jay-Z don't respect these niggas. Why I gotta respect them? Nigga, Wu-Tang and them, I don't think they respect the OGs. I don't see them taking care of them. Nobody has called for a union in hip hop. And I brought that up on Monday. Nobody has called for a unionization of a multi-trillion-dollar business. It's past billions. Because you got billionaires in hip hop. So if you got billionaires in hip hop, then that shit already has grossed $1 trillion. It's been out for 40 years, bro. Do you know how much revenue this shit done generated? You niggas can't even get your teeth fixed. They got all of these veneers going around. Niggas can't even get Smiles by Mario Montana. You can't, what's his name? Montoya. You can't even get the fucking the $1 million smile, my niggas. You've had multi-platinum selling artists die of kidney failure, liver failure, diabetes, lupus, health-related situations that they could have prolonged their lives if they had a proper healthcare plan. Right? So my thing is this, and I'm just talking basics when it comes to healthcare. They don't have, where's the insurance policies that they can benefit off of, right? How is it that the pioneers don't even have insurance, multi-million-dollar insurance policies? So when they make transition, their children are rich. How is it that they don't have these quote unquote, you know, there's no type of compensation whatsoever. I don't know how people's royalties are set up from the 80s and how their publishing deals are set up and shit. I have no fucking idea. I could speculate and say that it's set up the wrong way because I haven't seen none of the pioneers kick back relaxing. I don't follow all of them on Instagram, but these niggas ain't on my explore page living it up. They not living it up on the explore page. You know what I'm talking about? They just getting by. They just getting by. Some of them got 9-to-5 jobs. You got rappers, pioneers working 9-to-5 jobs. It's too much money out here. It's too much money that already been generated. Fuck what's about to come. What about what already came? It's too much money out here for the OGs to not be living good. And I ain't talking about, I'm talking about living good. I'm talking about 800 credit, right? I'm talking about living good, bro. All of that work that they done put in, it's almost like you cleared the forest, you did the heavy lifting, you tilled the soil, then these other generations came behind you just dropping seeds, and those seeds blossomed into trees that harvest a lot of fruit, and only these new niggas is picking from the fruit. But the people that cleared the land and uprooted all of the weeds and whatnot, they don't get no compensation. Like I said, I just came from a concert with Wu-Tang, Busta Rhymes, and Nas. And I'm gonna say this real quick. Wu-Tang's audience, the demographics that they attract, I've never seen such a diverse audience. They had trailer park trash out there. They had neo-Nazis. I seen the fucking webs on the elbow. Bald-headed nigga, webs on the elbow with Doc Martens on, nigga. Not neo-Nazi, nigga. They got Nazis. They got trailer trash. They got meth heads. And we ain't talking about Method Man, nigga. They got Jamaicans. You know what I mean? They got Haitians, Africans, FBAs. You know what I mean? They had and their merchandise. Nothing is fucking with the Wu logo. I said to my homie, I'm like, yo, Nas need a better logo because nobody was wearing his shirt. Nobody was wearing his shirt. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see nobody repping a Nas no Nas merch, all Wu-Tang. The whole fucking let out was all Wu-Tang. I'm like, damn, that W is strong. That they logo is one of the best logos ever. You know, you could just tell by how people are repping it and whatnot. You feel me? They was Wu head to toe out that bitch. And I'm looking at these pioneers and everything, and this is golden era. This is like Nas is 1990. Wu-Tang is like late 92. So this is like the ending of the golden era. The golden era is 86 to 90 in a way, right? And then the bad boy era is like 93. But from 90 to like 92 is the West Coast. That's the Chronic. That's the West Coast. That's the rise of Dr. Dre and all of these niggas, right? That's like, yeah, that's NWA, that's Dre, that's Easy. You feel me? Blase Bloom. Well, no, they came before that. 90, that's dun, 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 dun. That was the West Coast dominance, right? That was wasn't that Doggy Style and all of that? So when it comes to that generation, right? I'm like, are they even, I know that they touring and whatnot, it's money in touring and whatnot, but even for those artists right there, right? That's our golden era. Are they taken care of? Could they just fall back and not have to fucking tour? You know what I mean? Have the labels really taken care of their artists? And that's a rhetorical question, and the answer is emphatically no. The labels don't give a damn about you, especially once you become, once they start replacing you with fucking 13 and 14 and 15-year-olds, Glorilla and all of them. You become irrelevant to Glorilla. You don't talk about like you a fucking legacy artist. You done carried the culture, and then these niggas is giving Glorilla more money and more attention and more time at your label. Like, nigga. Yeah, the West had 2 waves, right? Well, really 3. Like Kendrick had a wave, but yeah, I'm talking about the second wave that the West Coast had. That was from '92. That was from '90 to like '92 or 3, right? Because when Biggie came, that shit was done. He deaded that. Let's be clear. Yeah, they replacing the artists with. Yeah, they're gonna try to replace it with AI. You feel me? They definitely gonna replace these artists with AI. AI don't need no insurance. AI don't need you to help pay their bills. AI don't talk back. You know what I mean? It's a layup with AI. The AI artist is coming next. You know what I'm saying? You have not seen the last of them. You know? Remember in Living Color with the hip hop thing? Yeah, homie the clown used to hit. Yeah, homie was dancing with them, hitting them with the fucking sock. You know? You feel me? The Woo logo is crazy. Yeah, the Woo logo is my nigga. They did that right there. I think Gano Grill said that he designed the logo. If that's the case, Gano, you a legend for that. I need you to design mine. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, that was some bum ass shit that DJ Academic said. You can't call him dusty and broke. You know, um, some of them are. Some of them are down bad. But we not gonna take away what the fuck they contributed. Like, I'm not a pocket watcher. You feel me? I don't base the importance of a human being on their fucking clothes, the condition of their teeth, the condition of their sneakers. You know what I mean? Like, if a nigga is down bad, he's just down bad. Shit happens. It happens to the best of us. That don't take away from what you contributed to the culture. I've had master teachers who were down bad. You feel me? And I still held on to the teachings. I still held on to the reverence that I gave them. I still was like, yo, I salute you. I salute you. I'm not here to judge you on your personal shortcomings in life. Because as a teacher, it's not like you was my fucking life coach. It wasn't like you was teaching on some Kevin Samuels image consultant type shit or how to get the ladies, my nigga. No, you was teaching me metaphysics. You was teaching me history. You was teaching me health. You was teaching me different topics. You were a professor. So the same way if you go to college and whatnot and you have a professor, what the fuck are you eyeballing the professor? Got to be perfect to you, nigga. You have to like the professor. You know what I mean? You have to be attracted to the professor to learn from the professor. The professor can have one leg, my nigga, and one tooth. If the information is right, I'm gonna receive the information. I'm not caught up in his personal shit because personally, I don't got nothing to do with that. I ain't going home with that person. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not mad. We don't share a ring, my nigga. I'm not fucking co-parenting with the teacher. I could give, you know what I mean? It's not my quote unquote It's really not. It's not. If a teacher teaching about making money and they look like they never made money, yeah, that's up for concern. You know what I mean? We have to have a conversation. There needs to be some intervention, my nigga. You're on the wrong topic. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Switch motherfucking careers or switch topics. But if you giving me knowledge, if you giving me wisdom, if you're sharing something from your brain, from your mind, from the infinite library that's inside of your brain, I'm here to receive it, bro. Like, and I'm going to tip you. So if I see that you fucked up and whatnot, if I see that you're in need, then I'm going to be the bigger person, and I'm going to inquire, how can I help? How can I be of assistance? How can I support you? Is there something that you're selling, right? I want to put some money in your hands. You dig? Fair exchange though. No robbery. I'm not finna just give away no shit. I need to receive something back. We have to be reciprocal. Rather than call somebody fucking dusty and try to stun on people, because what I do know, if it were not for the master teachers, or if it were not for this teacher that comes before me, there probably would be no me. So you're supposed to be better than anybody that you kind of like came after any fucking way. It's like when a parent has the child, you look at your child and you want, I want my child to be greater than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm great, but my child is going to be greater than me. I'm going to make sure that happens. I'm not greater than my child. That should be the same thing when it comes to these new teachers that are coming and whatnot. You're supposed to see yourself greater as your predecessor and whatnot. You're supposed to see yourself as more important and greater, but you're never supposed to say, I did this on my own and I'm better than that person and we don't need him or her. No, my nigga, you got it fucked up. That's when arrogance and ego begins to take over. You should pay homage to the simple fact that somebody had the audacity to do what the fuck you were out here doing before your monkey ass did it. How about that? How about shout out to Black Magic in the building. Peace to the God. How about the fact that they paved the way? So even in hip hop, I don't care who's walking around right now, chunky, your neck is icy, you got glaciers in your mouth, you getting 100 racks a show. All of that was done. All of that is possible because of the constant banging on the door, of the constant uploading of beautiful fucking compositions, classic albums, right? You remember the $1 trillion business was not built on mumble rap. The $1 trillion business was not built on ringtones. The $1 trillion business was not built off of nursery rhymes, my niggas. The $1 trillion business was not built off of twerking and snap rap. The $1 trillion business was not built off of tomfoolery and buffoonery, my niggas. That's the remnants of the $1 trillion business, because the business, which is a part of capitalism, was taken over by these corporations, and it really is all about the bottom line. It's not about the skill set anymore, but all of that shit was built by some very talented individuals who at the time were living in poverty, right? And it was being impoverished. I was born in the Bronx. I could share some of my memories about how the Bronx looked like when I was growing. I was born in 1975. The Bronx looked like it was a war zone, right? DNA response to environment. So my environment was a little scary, you know what I mean? As a fucking baby, my nigga, you know, as a little tot, my nigga. I'm seeing buildings burning and shit like that. The shit used to be, I don't even know how they fixed the Bronx up. I must have been out of town when that shit, because the shit is not really fixed up, but it don't look half as bad as it looked in the fucking 70s and in the 80s. And then keep in mind, the crack surge hit in the 80s, like in the mid 80s. So it kind of, it dilapidated it even more. But when I was born, the heroin shit was going crazy. Nicky Barnes and all of that, right? So I'm like, Nigga, Melly Mel and these niggas, when you look at the video, they wearing thrift shop hand-me-downs. Like, they was not rich. You know what I'm talking about? When you look at Bambaataa and how the Zulu niggas was dressed and whatnot, they was putting on, my nigga. They was putting shit together. It looked like they went to the thrift shop and just was like, yo, just give me that whole left aisle. You know, you remember how Jay-Z was like, give me all nines of the Air Forces. These niggas was like, just give me the side of that store. Just give me the whole side of that store. We're gonna bring it home and we're gonna figure this shit out. You know what I mean? You take the jacket with the shingles on it. You, my nigga, you take the all leather Levi's, the chaps with the ass missing. Yeah, wear that. You know what I'm talking about? You, yeah, we're gonna dress you like an alien. These niggas used to dress like they smoked, like they was smoking woolies, like they was smoking the shit that Trick Daddy and them niggas was smoking. Anyway, the culture was born out of poverty. The same way DJ Academics, reggae culture was born out of suffering, right? Out of sufferation. Hip hop was born out of sufferation, and they took advantage of these young men down at the record labels in downtown Manhattan and whatnot, because they knew that these men that were not born with silver spoons in their mouth. They knew that they wasn't pulling up to the venue in foreign cars. These niggas was taking the train carrying crates. How about that? You feel me? These niggas was on the train carrying crates to the venue. Shit was limited back then. And to see how the youth disrespect the pioneers, you know, it's unsettling, but I understand it, right? Because it's a reflection of how they feel about the average old head any fucking way. The hip hop niggas, you know, they just getting the wrath of the DJ Academics tomfoolery right now. But DJ Academics, low key, is kind of the voice for his generation, right? Because his generation looks at their elders or people that are older than them, and they be like, these broke ass old niggas, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I don't respect these niggas. They not stunting on me. They not richer than me. I don't feel threatened by them. That's that mentality that has held us back for a very long time. You know what I mean? That mentality ain't gonna get you too far. That ain't gonna get you too far. You sitting around comparing yourself at 18 or 17 to a nigga who lived your life 4 times over, right? Has more experience, has more wisdom. You would want to be in your 40s. Whether you rich or fucking whatever or just making it, you would still want to be in your 40s, especially if you have children. You don't want to leave them. You don't want to abandon them. You don't want to leave them to fetch for themselves. You want to be able to provide it, because once you become a parent and once you become a provider and a breadwinner and whatnot, ultimately what it begins is first of being a provider. You know what I mean? Then you take care of the luxuries in life where you high on a hog, but you got to be able to provide for your family and your loved ones. You understand? And maybe even people who are considered to be like your day ones, you know, the homies and shit like that, you know, just based off how you came up. But I can't necessarily indict DJ Academics because it's the culture. He is a reflection of the culture and what's wrong with it. But he's not an anomaly, and he didn't come out of nowhere. Yo, this shit right here, whoever smoked goji berries. This is some good shit right here. Ganja berry. It's a goji berries, but it's a wrap. I was fucking with that. Picture Act living. If academics lived in the Bronx when I was out there, when I was born out, shit, that nigga would never come out the house. He would be like the 600-pound nigga who would just be in the house eating. He would just be ordering mad chicken wings all day. And he would never come out that. When he came out the house, he'd be 620. You know what I'm talking about? 620 pounds. He'd be scared to come outside, hearing all of that ruckus. You know what I mean? All of that ruckus. You know. But like I said, he don't have no OGs. He's from the era, he's from the OG list era. His closest OG is Joe Budden. And that's not saying a lot. Not to take away the wisdom that Joe Budden has. And I think that Joe Budden, you know, he's more sensible as he gets older and things like that. You know what I'm talking about? He's more sensible as he becomes more of an elder. And I think he's aware of his elder statesmanship. You know what I'm talking about? So he's, you know, a little more mindful of how he appears in public and the shit that comes out of his mouth over the years, right? But that man needs some more mentors. You know what I mean? He needs a little more of the history. And even with a voice such as academics, right? And this is why I'm taking the route that I'm taking when I'm speaking of this situation, because it's all about, at the end of the day, what you say out your mouth, right? It's all about what you say out your mouth, because the power is in the tongue. So you could use your tongue to condemn a man, or you could use your tongue to uplift. A man like DJ Academics, or a boy like DJ Academics, or a young man like DJ Academics, I ain't gonna disrespect him and call him a boy, right? A young man such as himself, he would fare better, in my humble opinion, if he were to use his platform to raise the awareness of the fact that the artists of the 80s, the artists, the pioneers, right? The quote unquote, the foundational artists. He would fare better if he were to utilize his voice to do what? To bring awareness to the fact that this motherfucking industry, right, is a vampire, parasitic, culture vulture, right? Very shrewd, business-like environment. But is to be honest with you, there's a lot of people that have to take the blame. There's a lot of ways to place the blame. There's a lot of places that you could place the blame. However, right? We not here pointing fingers and wasting our time with the blame game. What we would do is we would say, look, how could we fix this, right? Let's get a list of some of these pioneers and let's go ahead and let's rally in their motherfucking names to make these record labels retroactively begin to either take up some type of policies, some type of, you know, I don't know if it's the label's job. I don't know if it's other artists. I don't even know. But something should happen moving forward, because I promise you, this shit is not going to go away. And then the other rappers from the 90s, like look how Black Rob went out. Look how Phife Dawg went out. Look how Heavy D went out. These are all health-related issues that could have been avoided, right? We're not even talking about the people that's getting killed in the streets and whatnot. That's a conversation that also has to do with poverty and poverty-minded consciousness, right? So we would fare better if we were to get behind the pioneers and try to figure out a way for them to be compensated either for their roles, their contributions, something. I don't know. I mean, shit. Make it make sense. But I just don't feel like they should be a part of society that's just, fetching, having to fetch for their own. You know what I mean? Especially the pioneers of a $1 trillion industry, $1 trillion industry. Yes, the corporations took it over and did what they had to do, but before they took it over, the foundation had to be built to make it even profitable, to make it look profitable. Foundations had to be built. The corporations did not build the foundations. The corporations did not build the foundations. That was not the hand of the corporations. The corporations took the business model of rap music and they ran with that shit and they made it do what it does. We're talking about the culture of hip hop, breakdancing, graffiti, massive of ceremony, DJing, and what is known as knowledge of self, consciousness. That's not necessarily the job of the record labels. Now you see breakdancing, they got competitions, they got shit in Japan, it's all over the world. They have graffiti artists in Sotheby's. Graffiti is in, they have art galleries that are showcasing multi-million-dollar graffiti pieces and whatnot. You feel me? The MCs, masters of ceremony, billionaire. You got a billionaire master of ceremony in Jay-Z. You got multi-millionaires and whatnot. DJs, DJ Calvin, right? These white DJs that are running around making $100,000 a gig and whatnot, right? Going all around the world. You got the EDM movement. You got all of the top 20 DJs and whatnot are all Caucasoids or non-melanated. How about that? So the culture has been vultured, or the culture has been taken over, or the culture has now been monetized. It 300x'd, right? The shit did more than just 10x. It 500x'd. But the pioneers or the coders or the founders or the foundation, they don't see a penny of that. That's insane. That's insane. And niggas is just moving around and everybody's in a rat race. Everybody is backstabbing each other. Everybody's fighting. You're jumping over dollars for fucking pennies, right? You're jumping over dollars for pennies. You're jumping over real money. You're leaving all of this shit on the table to fight over the scraps that the fucking record labels throw these niggas, because for an album sold, right? For an album sold, you're only getting let's not even talk about the streams, but when they sell artists, when they was selling niggas albums $20, the artist was probably getting 70 cents. You don't hear, yeah, and is the niggas in LA telling the people that's culturing the culture vultures, do they have to check in as well? Like when somebody from Japan comes to break dance, do they got to check in with the Crips and the Bloods? When a fucking a drill rapper from fucking Ireland, you know what I mean, or Afghanistan, or Australia, when they come to LA to chop it up and to go shopping on Melrose, do they have to check in? These niggas got a video with 2 Spanish dudes, right? And these are not Puerto Ricans. They're not Puerto Ricans. These are Mexicans in LA with the blicky telling hip hop artists who are predominantly us, melanated, to check in. And then one of them cocked the hammer, like, yo, y'all better check in or else. My nigga, that's what it's gotten to. It's not 2 black men. It's not 2 knuckle draggers. It's not 2 melanated men. It's 2 fucking Mexicans with burners, with hammers, with blickies. And he's like, yo, you seen what's happening in LA? You know what's going on? For all of the rappers coming to LA, for all of the artists that's pulling up in our city, you niggas better check in, because y'all already know what's about to happen. We not playing. If you don't check in, click. We gonna, and that's what he said on the video. I'm like, oh shit, nigga. Nobody said nothing. They don't play around. I live this life. You see, patos locos. That's where the culture's at. To even allow that shit to surface after P&B's, murder and whatnot, inside of Roscoe's, in front of all of those patrons, in front of his wife, mother of his child, she's forever destroyed. And I don't want to hear, oh, she shared the even though I'm not gonna repeat nothing. I'm not part of that. I don't do that. However, I doubt that this woman wanted to get that man killed. So for her to see him get shot in front of her like that, it's tragic. So you got two Mexicans popping up telling black people to check in. That's crazy, bro. In 2022, man, that world that y'all live in, that world that y'all belong to, you feel me? That movement that y'all a part of, oh, that shit is dead. That shit is upside down, backwards, out the motherfucking window. That shit crazy. You niggas is crazy. That's a fact. You niggas is out of your motherfucking minds, bro. I thought I done seen it all. God damn. There's a lot of people rolling in their graves. What if it was staged? What was staged? What was staged? Because if it was, what if what was staged? If P&B, if it was staged, like what? If it was a fake death, right? Right? Fake death, right? That's what you're saying? You mean staged like that? Right? Like it was just like it was like Hollywood, like how they have the fake blood with the fake shots and everything. And then he's in Nevada in the underground bunker somewhere because he's so important that he had to fake his death. That part. I think we went a little bit in depth on his situation when it first happened. We talked about it. You feel me? You come to Canada. Well, once again, those in the chat room that are writing, you're obviously looking in the mirror, speaking about either yourself and the people that you because you're not speaking to me about that because that doesn't apply over here, none whatsoever. That's your world. I'm just reporting on it. You know what I'm talking about? That ain't my world. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that you niggas is getting handled the way that you're being handled and whatnot. But that's not my world. I put in work over many, many years, past a decade, to make sure that I'm not a part of that narrative or that world, or that shit doesn't affect me. Like my work takes me out of that motherfucking conversation, bro. I don't that's that. Yeah, I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you talking about. But what I do know is that when I came from LA a few months ago, maybe 2 months ago, I don't know if it was that long, but it wasn't that long ago. I'm in the airport doing a video around mad people, and I even got on the motherfucking Melanin Monday or whatever was right after that, and I said the same thing. I'm like, man, that LA shit is crazy. The fact that them niggas don't get along out there, it's gonna be their undoing. There's no win in that situation. I hate to break it off to you. It's just gonna be a perpetual trauma episode, season, motherfucking after season, after season, after season. That's all you're gonna see. It's just gonna be trauma, like it been. It been traumatic. It been trauma after trauma after trauma since the late 80s, bro. And until that shit gets settled, you're not gonna be wealthy out there. You're not gonna be respected out there. You're not gonna really realize your real strength out there. You're not gonna be able to take over industries. You're definitely not gonna conquer Hollywood. Can't do that, right? If you can't get past your differences, you can't conquer Hollywood. I doubt that you're gonna conquer the industries. The other industries is fashion out there and art and shit like that. That's not gonna be dominated, you know what I mean? Because what else? Like what this is the world, this California, right? The seventh biggest economy in the world type shit. The seventh or the fifth. Like, you could be tapping into so much wealth, so many riches, so much power. But I don't think people from the inside could see outside. But from the outside looking in, I easily could pick up and look at certain things and be like, hold on. I'm in LA. I'm in places where money is being made and is operating very smoothly, like a well-oiled machine, right? I'm in the wholesale district. I'm in the fashion district, right? I'm in the flower district. I'm in the art district. I'm seeing how things are functioning, right? I'm moving around. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see when things are working, how they're working, right? What I realized was the reason why it was working so well and why it was oiled is because the outward conflicts that these individuals or groups may have in these areas, it's not spilling out onto Front Street. And when I was out there was a clip that went viral of there was a fight in the fashion district where they was beating somebody with like brooms and shit. It was like, I think it was Mexicans and black people, and they was thumping. And it just goes to show the argument that I was making, right? Because when that happened, everything shut down and no money was being made. So in the midst of warfare or in the midst of beef or in the midst of conflict, it's going to impede on your money. Anybody in the streets that's outside, you know that once violence or once blood gets spilled, the money slows up, right? That's when it gets hot. And you don't necessarily, that's when you're made the block hot, and niggas will kill you for that in some situation. You could get your shit pushed back just for making the block hot because you're going to fuck the money up and whatnot. So the money that needs to be made, right, in the legal cannabis industry, right, the legal cannabis, the legal hemp industry, the fashion industry, the music industry, the movie industry, and the apparel industry, it's all right there for you to take. It's all, who's gonna stop some niggas in LA from doing what the fuck they want to do? There's nobody as powerful as y'all out there. You know what I'm talking about? The Mexicans is moving the way that they moving, yeah, because they trained by the cartel and they have discipline. And a fist is gonna hit harder than a pinky. So I'm assuming that there's more unification in their cartels or in their mafia or in their gangs and whatnot, because they know who the enemy is. They don't have to speculate. They know that it's them against everybody. You know, everybody gonna keep hopping around the real issue, and the real issue is gonna have to start with the hood first. Regardless of niggas that start bringing up Watts and everything. What about what they said they was gonna do? What about the poverty and we're not living in the red line? And yes, I get all of that, but you okay? So you're gonna wait for them to get rid of the redlining, and then you niggas are gonna find peace, right? Once they let everybody move into the suburbs. I mean, come on now. It's because of the economy. Okay, so are you telling me that if somebody miraculously decides to cut $1 trillion worth of reparations and hands it to all of the residents in Los Angeles, y'all are miraculously going to start getting along and there's going to be peace? I would say that the peace should come first, or the resolve should come first. Nobody's asking people to get in bed together and start procreating. They're just saying that for the purpose of the business, something has to be bigger, right? Don't y'all say that nothing is bigger than a set? Something has to be bigger than a set, my nigga. Something has to be bigger than a set. And when y'all figure out what the fuck is bigger than the set, because the set is like set in Kemet, it's a sunset. It's not going up, it's going down. It's a set. So a set has never been something positive in terms of our quote unquote upliftment. A set to a Heru, a set. Remember, horizon is Horus rising. It's the sun rising. That's where you put your intentions. That's where you put your affirmations and whatnot, your proclamations into the rising sun. And when the sun sets, right, that's the set. That's when you bury that shit. That's when you put it underneath. That's when you set your intentions. So it has to be something bigger than the set, my niggas. And y'all gotta figure that shit out, because right now that shit is not what is what LA is not giving. It's not giving. And gang culture spreading all around the fucking America. You niggas are not giving. It did not make our people uplift. It did not uplift anything. It put us in a more of a set, my nigga. All of these sets, all of this murder, all of this mayhem, all of this chaos, all of this shit that's going on. Did you niggas help? Have you helped our image? You niggas decided to be gangsters in the middle of a motherfucking police war and never did nothing. What are you talking about? Astaghfirullah, man. Like, I'm not even gonna get myself worked up. I'm not even gonna get myself worked up, man. I'm gonna just get myself ready for bed. God damn it. It's it's that time. I'm gonna have to sleep on this shit because I can't even get all of my thoughts out right now. You know what I mean? It's kind of disheartening, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This shit is kind of disheartening. You know? Cause it ain't never gonna change. It ain't never gonna change. You know, they knocked Nipsey off. He was their last hope. It ain't never gonna change. You know? And if it do change, it's gonna take 30 years. I don't got time. If it do change, it's gonna take 20 years. I don't have that time. What the fuck? So you just have to decide, man. Like, I really gotta leave this shit alone. I gotta leave these niggas far away from me, bro. I don't wanna be around none of that. For the people that gotta live in those neighborhoods around all of that, for the people that have to endure, you numb at this point. You just normalized it. So you don't even know what the fuck, you don't even know how crazy you look, stepping over bodies and whatnot, ducking bullets to get in your house. You're like, nah, that's just how that's just how they are around the way. No, nigga. You in a war zone. And you guys still gotta pay rent. You're in a fucking war zone. You're in a war zone. And it's a civil war at that. It's some wise ones left. Yeah, it's a lot of wise ones left. It's people waking up every day and changing for the better and getting themselves in order and whatnot and doing for their higher self. Because nobody's going to come and save anything. You save yourself. All I'm saying is, I would rather see black men and women, tap into their higher self, without having to get 30 years before without having to be in a fucking yard or maximum a facility before you get a fucking a reawakening or eureka moment. You know what I mean? Before you become spiritual, you know, and your freedom is gone. That's not the life. And there's too many signals signaling that you could just be a crash test dummy and throw it all away because it's worth something. And my $1,000,000 question is, what the fuck is it worth? Please show me. Show me. Tell me, what is it worth? You don't even own your block. These blocks are not owned by us. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. You niggas don't own the real estate and you dying for the block, but you don't even own the real estate, fam. And your that environment that you killing and you dying for, right? Them people come in there and they give you niggas eviction notice and you don't say a word. You don't even, you know what I'm talking, you not busting, you not doing nothing to them. They could come and put a bagel shop right in the middle of your war. Cause you were at war in your neighborhoods. You niggas is at war. There's a war going on, and they could come and put a fucking bagel shop in the middle of your war. You won't say nothing. You won't say a word. You won't tell them what they can't do. So although there's some brothers that are in these organizations that have good intention, you niggas that are in those, you become 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you evolve and you become the teachers of said organ. If you're still alive, you become the teachers of those students that are ready, right? When they appear, your ass is there to teach them. And right now, y'all are being taught from outside influences that are helping to edify you as an OG or an elder or triple or whatever you learning from somebody. You reading a book or you learning from somewhere. So whatever you are learning is gonna come a time where you're gonna apply that to your homies and whatnot. You're gonna be needed. Okay? You're gonna be needed. So hold on, my nigga. Stand strong, right? Because those organizations, the majority of those organizations were developed. Community, revolutionaries, and progress. They were developed for it to look like something different than what it looks like right now. It was developed to look a little more leaning towards the shit that we on. How about that? How about that? Brotherly love overriding and the shit that Chicago was originally on. What you talking about, Willis? Not having whole neighborhoods under siege and whatnot, where the fucking elderly are scared to go out their house and the babies get shot randomly, right? That's not what's up. And it's a war over a drug turf, so you could sell heroin, crack, cocaine, and pills, nigga. It's over a turf that you niggas never fucking owned the deed. You don't even know you don't even know the first steps towards getting the deed or the title. You don't even know. And you got money. Niggas is sitting around with money in the couch or in the stash where you could really have bought back the block, but you don't even know the first steps to do it. And it's 2022. We could play dumb for how long? How long could niggas play fucking ignorant like they don't know nothing? Maybe in 1987 or 88, but not in 2022, my nigga. Too many cycles. It's too many cycles. You got, and if you're a drug dealer, you probably got 3 phones like Kevin Gates. Nigga, you got 3 supercomputers. You got 3 supercomputers, and you still acting ignorant. Come on now. We not doing this. We not doing this. Niggas is tapping out. You niggas is copping out. You taking the easy route. You fucking with the lower hanging fruit, and I don't respect that. I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. You niggas is fucking with the low hanging fruit. You are out here homoerotic, fake mad at each other all day, thinking about the next man. This hierarchy type shit that you niggas is playing. That's the shit that niggas in jail like to play. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas got all kind of mommy issues, father issues, and trauma. They need some fucking help. Niggas need healing. But you want to try to tell me that everything is all right. We gonna be all right. And I'm here to tell you that you're not. You about to be checkmated. You know what I'm saying? And this upgrade that we're going through, you niggas are not gonna make it, bro. You gotta switch up. You gotta level up. Fuck out of here. You gotta level up. And you and whoever the fuck else that you want to level up, you better level them up real fast. Cause this shit is about to this shit is accelerating at speeds unbeknownst to you niggas. You never been moving this fast. You ain't never been in no quickening like this. If y'all outside in the hood, man, and y'all just running around hummer stunting, you niggas is conscious behind closed doors or something, man, go kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? Cause you out here faking the funk. And I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Nobody knows your fucking comedic or your conscious name other than niggas on YouTube. In the streets, they calling you Randy, nigga. I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? Embody who the fuck you are. You standing around, nigga. It's niggas walking past you with breasts and they wearing high heels. They don't give a fuck. They're expressing who they are. They don't give a fuck what you say. These niggas walking past you twitching, wearing mini skirts. It's niggas walking past you fully ganged up, fully on demon time. They don't give a fuck. If anybody said they drawers was showing for years, they was showing you that they fucking underwear and they ass to kiss, and you niggas is still scared to be yourself in 2022. You know what I'm talking about? You still scared to be you and to live in your truth while you want to, yo, Red Pill, why don't you decode niggas is living in their truth? No, they living in their truth. What is there to decode? Why you not living in yours? You know what I'm talking about? Why are you not living in yours? They living in theirs. I just see a bunch of people living in their untruths. Why are you not living in your truth, though? They living in their falsehood. Why are you not living in your truth? Why are you hiding this shit? Because we need more of you rather than more of them. I'm not going to, if I focus on them, it's like feeding gremlins at night. They're going to multiply because I'm putting attention towards them. I know who I am. The more attention I give them, the more they explode. Why we don't give attention to you so more of you can explode? And y'all be the first ones to judge shit that we doing. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all be the first ones to tell us what we doing or what we not doing. But nigga, we're living our truths. And whatever comes with that, comes with that. I don't give a fuck. I've been made that decision. I'm living my truth. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a motherfucking royal in the royal chamber, right? I'm gonna talk that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna stand on what the fuck I stand on the shit that I say. I'm gonna wear the clothes that I wear. Niggas think this Aleister Crowley. You know, look, that's just the cross that I bear. If a nigga sees me and gets all upset and whatnot, because he can't, he's easily triggered, I don't give a fuck. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga see me wearing a crown and they're like, oh, is it your birthday at Burger King? Or if they see the crown and they don't understand what it is, who the fuck cares? It's 2022. Niggas done made it through the pandemic. I'm done with explaining myself. I don't have to. We're in a whole, the great reset took place. We're in a new day and age, niggas. We're in a new day and age. Niggas trying to be like you. And you trying to be like them. You confused. Stand on your 10 toes. You feel me? And don't hide your greatness. Don't dumb yourself down around these niggas. Don't turn your motherfucking lights down to please these niggas. No, don't do it to yourself. You will look back and be so ashamed. There's not a lot of regrets in my life. But one of the regrets that I do have is me turning myself down around these dim lit niggas that I used to be around. That's one of my biggest regrets, that I didn't fully shine my lights. I didn't put my shit on 100 watts and blind these niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Like a sun, like how the sun shines. That I didn't take these niggas' sight with my light. The fact that I dimmed my shit down to make them feel comfortable and stand in my shadow. That's one of my biggest regrets. And I'm here to let you know, don't take a word of advice from me. You would fare better off just blinding these niggas. Because in hindsight, which is 2020, you'd be like, you damn right. You know what I'm talking about? You're going to feel good about what you did. Don't turn your women, sisters, with these niggas, these savages that y'all be with. You know what I mean? These niggas that y'all get off of Tinder, whoever y'all find these niggas. I don't know. In Kroger's, Sam's Club, I don't know. Stop turning yourself down. Stop dimming your lights. Stop dumbing yourself down. You know what I'm talking about? Don't do it. Don't hide. Do not hide. Don't cower. Don't wear that mask in public, my niggas. Take it off. Especially moving forward in this new world that we're in. You can't play. That whole mask thing was a metaphor, was an ill metaphor. The great divine speaking through signs. Niggas was wearing masks for 2 years and whatnot. It felt, some people was real comfortable wearing the masks. It fit them perfectly. You know what I mean? But it's time to take that mask off. You know what I mean? You gotta face yourself. You gotta take that mask off. You dig? But yeah, man. The Cash App is $PHILMORELAND. Sock it to the pocket. You know what I'm talking about? Like a motherfucking rocket. Yeah, nigga, it's 3 a.m. and I'm up talking to you niggas. So, that's dedication. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate everybody in the building tonight. It was I'm humbled, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all presence, you know what I mean? For the time of night that it is and the number of people that is here, that's impressive, you know what I mean? So I just want I want to leave y'all with those words that I said about never shrinking yourself. And, even for I was going to make a comparative to the hip hop pioneers, to the conscious pioneers, but I'm going to save that for another day because what I don't want to do is overshadow the importance of the hip hop pioneers and the credit that they deserve. I don't want to throw our people in there and take away their light and whatnot. You know what I mean? The Bambadas of the world, regardless of what, it doesn't take away from what they deserve, from what they put in. You know what I mean? They need some type of protection financially. Fuck a handshake and all of that other fake accolades, nigga. Sock it to my motherfucking pocket. That's what they deserve. Because they created a culture that I don't care. People could play victims all they want. This culture saved many lives. You know what I'm talking about? This culture that you could go around the world and you lit because of this culture. How about that? You know what I'm talking about? You don't even got to buy the box. They throwing it at you because of the culture. So I'll see y'all this strong in. If you in the A, like I said, Royal Chambers, Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. to midnight. Throat Chakra Thursdays. We're going to have other nights where we're going to be doing shit, but we just locked this Thursdays down. But it's open every day. Pull up. It's a social club, right? Vegan food, infused mocktails, vegan food, dope music. That part. Yeah, I'm talking about that part. We got some powerful lectures coming up and some announcements. Meet me at Melanin Mondays. I'll be in the building on Melanin Mondays. If you're not subscribed to the page, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. I'm going to leave y'all with this facts, all right? Video coming very, very soon. Peace.
Facts. 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 Facts.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the eco. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. That's J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a real floater, I do what I wanna. Stack in the winter, sunbathe in the summer. My chakras align and I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope with your knowledge, a nigga is Pablo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Game in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the eco. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grind, I'm stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. We in your city, pull up where we at.
Started in Richmond, art in my district. Heart of the mystics, started for biscuits. Father the isfits, martyr the misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for check, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, I stay in the park. Acres on acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, facts.
Okay.